Who is being affected by the housing crisis? First and foremost, obviously, the folks who have loans that they're not going to be able to sustain will ultimately end in foreclosure, losing their homes and ruining their credit scores. But it goes beyond that. Neighborhoods are also adversely impacted by foreclosures. For every foreclosed property within an eighth of a mile, property values decline on average about 1%, and even higher in low and moderate income communities where many of these subprime loans were offered. And so that leads to impacts on municipal budgets as well, in terms of declining property tax revenues from declining property values and additional costs from vandalism, crime, arson that they then have to pay for. What are the broader economic consequences of the housing crisis? Well, we're looking now at all-time highs in inventory of unsold homes available for sale that people are just not ready to buy because of the credit problems. And those unsold homes are also tied to the fact that 10.3% of all homeowners are now in a point where they've got negative equity. They owe more on their homes than they're worth, which means that people are not able to take out money to send kids to college, to start new businesses, all of which have long-term economic growth consequences. We're also seeing, obviously, in the short term, almost a complete drying up of new home construction, which is a source of good-paying jobs. And finally, the spillover effects on Wall Street are also significant, where the credit crisis is expected to shave 1.3 percentage points off of GDP growth, which is a measure of the strength of the American economy. What should we do to stabilize the housing market? The Center for American Progress has two broad proposals to deal with both ends of the crisis. Our Safe Loan program is designed to prevent additional homes from falling into foreclosure by providing opportunities for refinancing loans into payments that people will be able to sustain so they can stay in their homes. Our Gardens proposal deals with properties that banks have already repossessed through foreclosure. Funds would be made available to municipalities, state governments, and to local housing intermediaries to buy up those properties at a significant discount, rehab them as necessary, and then sell them as affordable homes for people who could make those payments.